Hey, first graders! You just missed my buddy Pippin. Come on, Pippin. Come on back. So, hi guys, it's nice to see you. Oh gosh, I miss you guys so much. I'm home just like you are, and I am missing our time together, but I know that being at home right now is what we all need to do so that we can keep our entire community healthy. So I'm hoping that we can talk every once in a while here on Seesaw, and maybe we can even do some music activities together. So I just wanted to warn you, here at my house I have a lot of pets. I have 2 dogs. You probably hear one barking right now. I have 4 cats. I have a lizard, which is a bearded dragon, and I also have a frog. So during our time together over the next few weeks, I will definitely make sure you get to meet all of my animals and all of my pets, because some of them are pretty cool. So anyways, I was thinking this morning, about what we could do together that would be still a music activity, but also something that I could challenge you and you could challenge me. And I thought, let's try to continue the game that we started at school, which is called Bears in Chairs. Okay, now some of you have played this in your music classes once, and some of you have played it 2 times in music, and we actually called it Bears in Chairs 2.0, which means we changed the game a little bit and updated it a little bit. Here we're going to try Bears in Chairs, the home version. This is the home version, and we're going to see how it works. You can actually use Seesaw to respond to me if you want to try to figure out my Bears in Chairs. But I do have some problems here at my house with doing Bears in Chairs, and maybe you can help me solve them. I don't have the 4 chairs that we use in my classroom, and I do not have the little colored bears that we use in my classroom. So I have to come up with something, anything that I have 4 of, that could be the pretend chairs. So I was thinking I could use like 4 plates. That would work great. I could use 4, like if I have 4 books, that would work great. You probably have some great ideas too. Think about that, because maybe I'll use your idea for the chairs on another music day. I also don't have my bears here, which means I have to come up with something that I have 8 of to pretend to be the bears. So I need to come up with 4 pretend chairs and 8 pretend bears. I decided to keep it simple for today, okay? I have a scrap piece of paper here, not even a brand new piece of paper. One of my daughters was scribbling on it at one point. I have a scrap piece of paper. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna draw on it 4 squares. I'm using my green crayon because, you know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy schmancy. Now, if you want to get something to write with in a few minutes, you could also try to write down the Bears in Chairs challenge that I gave you today. So I have 4 chairs, okay? And I'm actually going to label them for you because it'll make it a little bit easier, so that you know which is the first beat and which is the second beat and which is the 3rd beat and which is the 4th beat. So pretty much I just created Bears in Chairs so far with a scrap piece of paper and a crayon. Maybe you'll come up with some great ideas. Now, if you want something to write with, I'm about to put some bears in this chairs, and you can try to write down what the notes are if you want to, okay? And I'll tell you the answer later. Now, again, I told you I don't have any bears with me, but you know what I do have? I have 8 jelly beans. I picked out some of my favorite colors of jelly beans, and I'm going to use these as the bears, okay? So if I put no bears in a chair, you probably remember what you should be writing. If I put 1, jelly bean is going to be the bears. If I put, hi, that was Max barking. If I put 1 bear in a chair, you probably know what kind of note you're writing. And if I put 2 bears together in the same chair, you probably know what kind of note you're going to be writing. All right, so I'm going to set one up for you, Okay, I'm just going to do one today because you know what? I've already talked a lot and I know you have lots of other things that you probably want to do today with your friends or, sorry, with your family or the people you're staying at home with. But I'm just going to make one for you today. I will make one Bears and Chairs rhythm. And your job is to see if you can find a pencil and paper or paper and a crayon, or maybe you have sidewalk chalk and you want to draw this rhythm outside. But if you want to draw what rhythm, if you want to draw the notes that you think matches my Bears and Chairs rhythm, maybe take a picture and share it with me here on Seesaw. Or, I don't know, maybe have mom and dad try to make one because maybe they don't know about quarter notes and eighth notes and rests. Oh, there's Pudgy barking. Hey, Pudge, do you want to come over and say hi to the kids? Max, do you want to come over? No? All right, he's looking outside and barking. It's a beautiful day today, so he's seeing lots of fun stuff outside. People are outside walking and things like that. Okay, Max, we hear you. So I'm going to go ahead and make my Bears and Chairs rhythm for you. If you have something to write with, you can try to So you can't see it because it's on the table right now. So I'm going to tip my iPad down so you can see my Bears and Chairs rhythm. Let's see if I can make it real easy for you to see. All right. You see, my chairs are the squares and my bears are the jelly beans. And it's going to be your job to see if you can write that. Okay, now if you missed it, you can always return. You can always go rewind and go back. Okay, if you need to. I'm going to get my iPad back in the position where Mrs. Hill can talk to you again. Okay, so that's your job if you want to, is to try to write the rhythm that I made using Bears and Chairs for today. Okay, and I'm just giving you one for today. But maybe you want to make one for me. I mean, do you have 4, or can you make 4 chairs on a piece of paper, or do you have 4 things that you could put down on the table and put, you just need 4 chairs and you need 8 of something to be bears. I mean, it could be rocks that you find outside. It could be pennies. It could be, you know, crayons. It could be anything. And then if you set a rhythm up for me, Mrs. Hill will try to write it down for you. Okay? I miss you guys a lot. We can share some Bears and Chairs messages, and then I'm going to have some fun songs for you to do later in maybe in a couple of days. Okay? All right. Miss you guys. See you soon.